bit of wear marks going on here. Got quite a bit of mileage out of these tires. The other one's the same way too. Just on the really outside edges. Today, we're talking tires. Stick around. It don't matter if you're single owner or if you own a fleet. Maintaining this mobile office that we have is a feat in and of itself. It gets more and more expensive every year. Cost of everything goes up. If that's not bad enough, Mother Nature's throwing her hand in the mix. Stick around and check out what I'm talking about. You're in the passenger seat with Deviator on the road and back again. Truckin' loads going out of our way. Topic driven for our family of viewers. Join us. Subscribe today. Ride along with me. Let's do what we do best. Fill these bad boys up and make it count. One load can make a difference. Going beyond the standard how-to video by becoming the place to go for news, opinion, and commentary for the trucking industry today. Design this channel to be your one source for topic-driven, trucking-related material that you can only see here. By hitting the subscribe button, you will make that even easier. Just click right down there. Go ahead. I'll wait. You know you want to. You're curious about what this guy's all about. Well, click on that subscribe button, and you won't have to remember what the title was, or what did he say about this, what did he do about that. Also, click on the notification bell to get the alerts on new videos. Great stuff coming your way, no time like the present, so let's get going. Glad you can join us for today's load. Picking up going to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. In case you're keeping up though, the load back home was one of those catastrophes of a problem with my phone in the last video. Well, I've ordered another camera and it'll be arriving here very soon. So hopefully I won't have that problem anymore. There'll be one problem behind me, and yet more to come. Speaking of more to come, stick with us. It gets better. Well, good morning, trucking fans. How you doing today? We're in home, Fayetteville, Tennessee. We're getting ready to go. And today, of all days, they decided they wanted to do some improvements. So I, for one, I'm happy as a pig in slop that they've decided to do that. Got a whole crew of people in here. Of course, there's usually only a handful of us in here to park, so hey, whatever. Personally getting sick and tired of all the potholes. It'd be nice to actually come into an even parking lot. Today's load, we're going to Scottsboro, Alabama to pick up a load. It's going to Chambersburg, PA, which is due in day after next. Alright, we are underway. On the way down to Scottsboro, Alabama. As we speak, I've got no control over my environmental controls in this truck. One of the biggest weaknesses I've discovered with this model truck is control unit where you turn your fan to high and low, your temperature high and low, and you have your knob for your separator for your, which goes from your defroster to your vents to your floor thing. These damn things burn up. Backs of the main switch, the pigtail that goes into those switches, it
keep getting hot as hell, no matter what setting you have them on. Control units by themselves are $450 every time you buy them. And I'm going through them about probably twice a year. I've had to replace it a couple of times already in the last 12 months. I got to make my way down to the Peterbilt here in Huntsville, and I got to pick that part up so that I'll have sort of controls again. Life is good. So let's make things happen. Get our truck fixed and get our load picked up. God bless it. Big old sign on the top of the building says truck parking. You pull in over here, come in, hit the first right, and the truck parking is right here. A limited number of doors, so it's no wonder they do appointment times. Now let's see what they distribute. Make, manufacture, whatever the deal is. Let's see what the good Lord has given us. Well, we got signed in. We're all ready to go. I just got to wait for them to call me and tell me what door to get in. It looks like we're one of 6, maybe, I guess. I thought being there at 1 o'clock, or 12:30 actually, I was there at 12:30. I thought that I was just a half hour early. Turns out I was 4.5 hours early. Paperwork that these people had inside their office said I had a 5 o'clock appointment. C.H. Robinson told me that I had a 1 o'clock appointment. So that tells me why I didn't get loaded until 6 o'clock this evening. Well, that makes sense. As long as I make the target on time, I don't care. So it cuts into my drive time a little bit, but that's alright. We'll make do. We're on our way to Pennsylvania. Get her done. Chambersburg bound. As with any commodity that takes a hit when the economy recovers, tires are going to soon be more expensive to keep and buy. So getting the most out of any commodity is important when the prices are in flux. So we're going to take a trip through tire prices today and look at what it takes to keep bouncing down the cost of tires in trucking today. You ever wonder why car tires is so much cheaper than truck tires? Well, last time I replaced the steer tires on this truck was last summer. I remember paying about $800 to get it mounted and installed, the whole thing. Recently replaced the tires on my Ford Explorer. Paid about $85 each. So to answer the question about the difference, well, the answer is simple. Mainly it's the size and the application. But when you look at a truck tire in its construction compared to a car tire, composition is different. I recently learned the amount of rubber used to make a truck tire is different than a car tire. Cars, for example, they're comprised of only 19% natural rubber, whereas the truck tires are 34%. Construction of these tires are different for obvious reasons. I mean, I may be off on my numbers a little bit, but the rating on a car tire is close to about 1,500 pounds each. Whereas the rating on a truck tire is almost 7,000. So that being said, cost differential is very apparent. So what exactly is affecting the prices of tires? Without going into scientific details about the composition of a tire, the natural resource is in flux. Many people don't realize rubber itself is an agricultural product, a commodity of sorts, and every year the yield varies. And recently, things have been threatening that yield. Disease, Mother Nature, bad weather, a number of different factors. Needless to say, recently Mother Nature hasn't been so forgiving, and conditions exist now that have constricted the supply and driven the price of rubber up dramatically. Maybe a good time to pay attention to those crops if you want to know a thing or two about future tire prices. I'll include a link to the index in the description of this video. If you're curious about the futures on raw materials, that I found interesting anyway. And now the old debate. Old debates always ensued. Debate over super singles versus regular truck tires. Let me tell you, as soon as you finish CDL school, it begins. The priceless debate over super singles versus doubles. Well, personally, I have my beliefs, as does every dog in the fight. But let's just say, cost differential is the winner on this every time. When you cost out 4 singles against 8 doubles, hands down, singles win every time. The only complaint most people have with super singles is the roadside issue. I mean, when you drive down the road and you got super singles and you blow out one of those singles, you've got to stop. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You have to get the tire replaced. But with a regular truck tire, you've got 2 tires for each axle. So if you blow out the inside tire and the outside stays whole, you can nurse it to the closest truck stop, or at least get safely off the road and get it fixed. So here in a nutshell is what one truck driver, namely me, says about tire health and the need for close monitoring to get the most out of your tire. They say for steer tires, 430 seconds, replace before. Well, I get way before that. I don't even wait for it to get that low. My tire gauge don't get anywhere close to 430 seconds, and I'm already looking to replace them. Example's my current situation with my tires now. They're probably up there as near about 9 or 10, but the only reason I'm going any direction at all for replacing them is because of the outer wall, the outer tread. That's getting thin, and that's getting questionable. But needless to say, I catch it long before 430 seconds. I don't do the rotation a lot of other guys do, because I don't own a trailer and I don't have any need to rotate tires like that. The only ones I rotate are the drive tires. Steer tires are the most crucial, and you don't want to blow them out on the road, so you got to watch them carefully. Alignments vary with models of trucks, but for the most part, you can get away with about $100, and that'll save you tremendously on the life of your tires. PSI rating is another thing I always look at. The manufacturers always have a recommended PSI rating on the sides of the tires. A lot of trucking companies have the stickers over the wheel wells. Types of tires I get, I keep them inflated at 115. I'll knock them down a little bit in the summertime because I don't want them to be overinflated, but 115 is about where I keep it. That, to me, gives me the best mileage and the best life out of the tires. These tires on the front of this truck I've gotten over 110,000, and I'm probably going to start replacing those 2 within the next month, so I can probably almost get another 20,000 out of them. So that's very good for me. A short time ago, I was getting anywhere from 60 to 80, and then I got this truck aligned and got smart about my tires. So you can get pretty good mileage out of the tires. You know your truck, you know your tires. That's just my 2 cents on tire health and ways I've learned to extend it. I hope it proves to benefit you. Once again, thanks for claiming your spot in the passenger seat of my fabulous ride. Make sure to save a spot on the next go round and click that subscription button right down there in the lower right. Seat's all yours. All you got to do is hit that button. Mark that bell reminder for the next video. We'll let you know when it comes out. If you want the latest in trucking news, opinion, and commentary from the only place that goes out of our way to get it to you straight, then subscribe today. Good people of the road, this is where I bid you farewell. Make sure while you're out there you think of others and lighten the load. Till next time, I'm Deviator. I'm reminding you, be happy, stay safe, and make it count.